tiny needle felted pom-pom ladybirds. Ladybirds, or as they're called in some other countries, ladybugs. How do we make these? Let's find out. Hey, it's Pam Duthie and it's a Thursday, so it must be another needle felting tutorial. I make videos just like this every Thursday, so if this is something you're interested in, don't forget, come back every Thursday. So following on from my Leaves for Loren video, if you haven't seen it yet, have a wee look. I noticed as well they also discussed that we could add bugs to the leaves, and I haven't done a pom-pom tutorial for a while, so I thought I would have a wee go at making ladybirds or ladybugs, whatever you call them, where you're from. And this time I decided to really challenge myself by using the smallest size in the pom-pom maker that I could get. And also I wanted, because ladybirds are flat on the bottom and domed rather than a full circle like a pom-pom, I wanted to try a little different technique to get the bottom flat. So here's what I did. So this is the smallest pom-pom maker that I've got, and the first thing I want to do here is make the black for the head, and I would like it in a slight point coming towards the centre. So I just do a couple of winds at the very end and then start to make it slightly thicker coming down to the bottom, or the top as it is in this case, because it's the top of his head. So I wind that down a wee bit and till it starts to get a little bit thick, and I'm thinking I want this to curve round his wings, his head to curve slightly round his wings. So I'm going to jump in with a little bit of red and overlap just that very bottom bit where the V is to make a bit of an arc. So there's in the lower section of the black there's an overlap of red, and then I'm going to dive on and add some more red to cover, and then I'm going to dive on and add some more black just to cover a small amount of the red. And then I'm filling up the rest of the pom-pom maker so you can't see any more of the plastic with just a little bit of the red, and I'm going to add just a couple of winds, maybe 3 or 4 winds of black just to start making the spots. I'm just doing a couple of those and then covering the whole thing in red. And I'm making sure this is really full because I want the top, I want the ladybird bit to be nice and dense. And then I'm coming in with the bottom section and I'm just using a little bit of black roving rather than wool. This is much quicker to wrap, but it's also nice and easy to felt. And I'm just giving a few winds, I'm not filling it up madly, I just want a small amount of black. And then closing the pom-pom maker, cutting it and tying it off really tight with a few wraps of red wool. And then when I loose this from the pom-pom maker, instantly I want to dive in and felt the bottom, felt the black roving nice and flat to be the bottom of the ladybird. We're going to come in and trim a little bit all over to get the nice smooth shape. Thinking of a ladybird as you go along, but it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a bit cartoony. And then I'm just going to reach under, separate all the black from the red and felt just at the base of the black. This gives a slight separation. It doesn't show up as much as I wanted, but it just makes sure that there's a neat line between the black and the red. And then I'm going from the point in the black and felting down, separating out the red to two sides and just felting at the bottom of each of those to make the division where each of the wings are. And I've even added a small amount of red wool just to make that even more secure a gap. And I'm going in, separating out all the black fibres together and felting them together at the bottom to make a little bit of more of a circle rather than just a random splotch. And that's it. Just trim more as you need to, felt more as you feel like. You can add eyes or whatever to the ladybird, but at this size I don't really feel like it needs it. So here we have some little bugs for Loren. If you haven't already, please consider making some leaves for this special project. I hope this helped give you some ideas. Please click on my wee face to subscribe, click on this video to see the leaves that I created for Loren, and come back every Thursday. Thank you so much.